You dealt me in. Gave me a license to kill off your champion's reign. That's Skyfall. Now Inspector, straight hand, naturally raised. From this pack I'm the ace. I'm like James Bond in Casino Royale. And you're the one taking the gamble today. Cause I left the table was nearly finished. And it was Shox that gave me life. And now I'm back for the game. So he said he had no respect for me. I didn't hear it though. Tried to make out like my run on the UK battle rap ladder was really low. 4 years and you put me on the top of your card? You're just happy to be near me, bro. And just like you, I'm happy to finally battle in front of organic. Oh wait, I already did that shit 7 years ago! You called me a fat cunt. Well, 2 years of boxing helped with losing the pounds. I fight with horsepower, so when I plant my feet, it's leaving you on the ground. But I'm a Norfolk farmer. We have electric fences to stop the animals moving around. So growing up, I put my hands on Shox plenty of times, and I ain't scared of doing it now. Cause you're a gangster who plays the guitar. So it ain't exactly a threatening act if he says he's gonna come at me with a metal axe. And if you ever hear him say he's gonna pull a few strings, he's just practicing Def Leppard tracks. It's the most gangster thing you've ever had. I can picture Ronnie Cray sitting back playing Nirvana songs every time Reggie snaps. And if El Chapo said he's gonna get the strap, it's because he wants to feel comfortable holding his Fender strap. So if you ever see a gangster with a guitar case, just know it's got drugs or an AR inside. If you see Shox with a guitar case, just know that it's got a guitar inside. See, your mate Danny Ramsey is a rapist. You found out you had a rapist coming to every event and couldn't have acted worse. Naughty school kid camping, he had a secret pact. No way he'd let the facts emerge. While he refused to tell, a rapist walked amongst you all fantasising over who would be attacking first. But as long as he paid entry and bags and merch, he was happy to cover up the rape like the Catholic Church. Would you let Tyson in the ring? Say that there's vets performing to entice Wolf Harris in? Would you sip on coke and run with R. Kelly and question the man in the mirror but still let Michael Jackson in? Would you direct Harvey Weinstein to the set and fix it to let Jimmy Savile in? If you found out your daughter was dating a rapist, what, would you sit him down, have a little chat with him, tell him his secret's safe with you and pretend it wasn't happening? If the news hadn't have leaked, that rapist would have been here today listening line for line. An hour after the show, he could have been raping you, because he co-signed this guy. If a girl hadn't been raped at one of your events, you could have done much more than just hidden behind the lie, because you could have chalked out her body from where she died inside. So when girls enter the venue, you shouldn't give them wristbands to show that they have paid. You should give them rape alarms so they know that they are safe, and with any luck they're not going to get raped. See, it's like you wore a muzzle. When scoping out event hosting, you need to make a list. Certain things about the fans trigger you to take a grip, and you shoot guns, so you should know how important the safety is. He played God, knew the danger the females were in, but was willing to take the risk. I couldn't believe this shit. Atheist. You see, if I was running events and arranging shit, that rapist cunt would have got an inbox from Sensa telling him to stay the fuck away from it. But they had to act like they were sorry. So they went on Twitter and said, we're going to create an area in the venue where all the women can be and gather in that zone. I went to check it out earlier, it was bottles of chloroform and Danny Ramsey sat there on his own. To the fans, this was a kick to the face like a strong roundhouse. These other pussies might be scared of you, but you ain't Ice Cube. I will not bow down. Your apology is looking like a cop-out now, because you're not sorry you covered up a rapist, you're sorry that you got found out. In real life you've been to prison, and that was for the dealing. Looks like you'll end up back there from the stats that I've been reading. Let's see how your new cellmates react to their helping out a rapist angle I'm revealing. They will see how much you like the wire when it's twisted round your neck and hanging from the ceiling.
So it's the return of Mr. Disrespectful. Mr. Been there, done that. I bet you watched all of us new cunts rap. Didn't the one chap called an ethnic minority a dumb black slum rat and thought, you know what, it's time for a comeback. You're gonna get real disrespectful. Let your gums flash. Call me a rapist sympathiser. Tell me my daughter dying in flat flooding's karma for letting the guns clap. Call me a fake gangster for 3 rounds and then talk about fucking my bitch who's probably gonna be a plump slag comrade, you fucking pussy bun. Since you left the scene, we've achieved a level of creativity and technicality you old era rappers never could reach. So even though you clearly ain't one, take this beating like a man and quietly fuck off back to irrelevancy for now. Get loud, do I'm proud. Act like every league owing them around when it's time to make a pound. Just dial it in and rely on Shox to move the crowd. Before you break ground, just know, there's a reason this scene rock on me hard. This is concrete space. They'll tell you this ain't the place for taking cheap shots in a bar, so do what you do. Nothing more than they expect of you, but either way, you're a dead man. I'ma be expressionless, bashing your skull in with a Teflon, deadpan, lead jams. You can't handle the heart of an animal, like a vet can. On stage you're a laugh, Def Jam, a narc and a yes man. With these hammers, are quick to kick through the grass like West Ham. Fat man called you a fat cunt. And you responded to that bait shot, not knowing every rapper facing me goes hard when it's time to take off. Now take off your wig. Fuck Sensa. I'm a linus prick, your spinal shift. Not even a link could stop my ting from barking. I'll give you top 5, that's a viral hit. Shit. You actually thought I'd let this fool move me. Brick squad, it's all Gucci. I'm on to cook animals. Creating fire with 2 sticks. See flesh baking off the heat, I will caveman. Keep bashing the rock till you get around. The will take you off your feet. I bar heavy. You are heavy. And I ain't got time for watching your big face. When you pack it on, I get packets off. I can teach you the shift weight. Shit, mate, your move. Show me around. I need big space. I make a suit, hand me the keys. Then I'm moving into his place. You can see the hate. Because my face ain't that poised. Getting this setup was a setup. I think we've been brash boys. They must pay you for reaction. His bars ain't deserving of that noise. You claim me dropping tears in the field, but he paying you gas coin. He's an office boy. He's an office boy. So won't believe the calm I'm holding. Till I drag you outside. Pull it and coldly fold him. You are not the best by any stretch, Sensa. You claim gold and beneath it you're only trolling, so it's too late. You're getting rap now. Dude's fake with a crap sound. One punch will leave him reeling out when he watches while I rap rounds. Cause soon as he gets it, you'll see him with a screwed face in the background. Pussy back down. My team clap rounds at the Uber. That's when death comes in, bro. Last thing you'll ever see is a blacksmith hanging out the taxi like a Fresh Prince intro. I will put black suits on your kinfolk. That's real, you can't fake it. You survive? I'll sneak a scalpel into court, then jump the doctor, give you a facelift, or swing a bat at your nose. Watch the oak land over the bridge on some bay shit. I'ma turn this life to Homer at the gorge. You won't make it. Take it from me. If I said a threat in a bar, I meant one. You said a million threats in your bars and meant none. You're gonna say my bars are all talk. Put that hard defense up. But saying I'm all talk will turn your life support from rapid beeps to one long tone. After I back you up with this blade of parking sensor. Fuck off.
When your house flooded and got full of shit, I deleted a tweet because taking the piss was making a mistake. Now the reality is I wanted to come here and say it to your face. I hope your daughter's teddy's got covered in shit. No, me taking the piss out of that might give me a little bit of trouble to sell. But I see it as karma. You've basically done this yourself. From all those stabbings, shootings, and time stuck in a cell, from all the drugs that you sell. I mean, a new karma could come back to bite you on the arse. I didn't know it had a degree in plumbing as well. But you had a GoFundMe, and you got $4 from it. Later, you sold your Audi A4 to double your papers. Closet sadomasochist, because you never told the paying fans you had the whip. Well, I've looked, and they sell for about 10 grand a prick. So you didn't need their money, but still took the handout. Now that's an Addams family trip. See, when the flood struck, health and safety said no one can enter. We want no one getting hurt. That's when you can see his chavvy bitch grab a crosshatch Trackie and Henley's purse, and there's Shox treading through the shit, holding up all of his Mackenzie shirts. But what happened with the flood? Did you stick a sign out saying swimming pool, girls can come for free, only to let a rapist in the same way you did when you run this league? Your house must have looked like the sea on a sunny day. Floaters everywhere. This shit's fun to me. From the moment your pipe sprung a leak, getting a drunk is something you could do comfortably. I mean, all you had to do was jump in a canoe and row down the hallway to make a cup of tea. Remember when you said, it's like Indiana Jones because I crashed in your temple and used the whip to escape? Well, the flood crashed through your temple through the seams as they split, and at that moment there was a sea in your crib. So no, mate, you didn't leave with a whip. At that precise moment, you needed a ship. Speaking of ships, he watches pirated DVDs, and yesterday he watched Deadpool 2. Which is perfect, because his living room was a Deadpool 2. Back in the day, when I battled a disaster, it was at Blood in the Water. When you battled a disaster, blood, it was water. I bet the Queen song Under Pressure brings tears to your eyes. He has flashbacks, and every time he poos, he cries, looking like Master Splinter and the gang with all those turtle heads bursting out with sewage pipes. Me and my little girl played Pop-Up Pirate. Us removing swords from the barrel was certain. You and your kids had a more hazardous version. You played the game in reverse as practice for stabbing an actual person. When me and my little girl played Scrabble, she was 4 and she couldn't barely spell anything. You played Scrabble with your little girl when she was 4 and she said, "Dad, is that how you spell heroin?" See, Cluedo for me and my kids was Professor Plum with a rope in the kitchen. When you were his kid and he taught you, it was the OG Mandem with a shank on a street corner. For not Monopoly, me and my kids, we got some greenhouses and ended up in jail each game. Shox, it isn't right to teach the kids the way the game should be played is that every now and again you go to jail because one of your greenhouses got hit by a police raid. So your kids' memory of you dealing won't get better with age like a choice of fine wine, because they'll still know their father had to choose them over cocaine like Oyster 5. See, when he first started dealing, he was amongst burning trees, that was Bambi. Then he entered the game and changed to The Rock, that's Jumanji. We both teach kids how to play the game of life, but you do it badly. My kids got taught how to set up a family game of Mousetrap, not a trap house for the family.
How many of you fucking battle rappers are gonna stand there and diss me for generic roadman content? Then go home and make songs about getting money and lotto dreams. When it come to my life, The evidence is there. It's intense on road. Ask the Socko teams. I'm a winner with an X factor. That's why they label me psycho. Brain in the coldest zone. Dogs telling me I'm unreachable. Like I broke my phone, but I'm busy building a trap. To drop the iron and wet bandits if they home alone. When the shit bangs on a white boy's head, it ain't Post Malone. I swear I really will rock him with a shot. Drop him in a spot. Shit's like a Marvel movie. Just sneak a clip in for the credit. Watch your name go from the bottom to the top. Stop telling me when an angle comes from this truck, then it's mean. But I'm not believable saying I'll clap with a beam. Well, you might be more direct on cam, but if I get bored and clap the ting on your set, you'll take one and it's a wrap for the scene. I mean, there's a lot of parallels between battling and movie stuff you see online. Because titles come and go. But the fact is, you actors will get a cut for the wrong line, so go ahead, Sensa. Diss me for being a roadman. Look, in truth, I want no parts of it. But my dad had 5 cardiac arrests, but a pure soul, so his body didn't part with it, but bills gotta be paid. So I ballied up to do the dirt, because my dad didn't have the heart for it. Go! Man. What would you know about having to lie low with the desert? Mind blown from the effort. Your best friend becomes Ja Rule, talking to 5-0 on a record. It's nothing. That's just another day on the block shit. Having to forever change faces with the same razors I've been using to carve rocks with. My mind trying to give up, but my heart telling me you got this. So if it's that smoke you really want, then I got the joint. I already dropped an ego, but I had to get stabbed twice before I got the point. So you worry about your wins, bro. I'm truly worried about my sins though. Lately, I've been sleeping in close. When feds kick the door and I can dive straight out the window. When you were 15, I bet it was days in the beach, patting in sand when the sun would come out. When I was 15, I got dragged in the back of the van with a gun in my mouth. For some shit that my brother did, threatening me on some other shit. I was crying, shaking, trying to get the piss out of my trousers before my mother did. My dad would never resort to the belt. All he ever showed me was love, but I see that man's heart break the day he see my jeans ain't need a belt, because the gun was holding them up. But brothers used to get beat up every day, trying to push the only white on the block. See, I got beat up every day, because I was the only white on the block. And still I stood firm with my best friend, shoulder to shoulder. I thought watching him stab a guy was just part of the deal. Till 3 years later, he died in my arms of an overdose, and I learned karma was real. And I still hear the screams of pain and anguish from his kinfolk. Nowadays ain't nothing changed. It's still police chases through town with a tin low. I'm a little bug, doing 80, throwing packets out the window. So when you rappers stand there and call me fake, it don't touch me. Because I know push come to shove on my life, I would carve every one of you cunts to lunch. Life's real. I brought King and the Dot to me, because I can't get into their country. Trying to make the difference. And truly, that's what I'm hoping these lines really do. Just remember, for all that judgmental bullshit you full spit, not one of you rapping cunts could ever survive in my shoes. Go fuck yourself.
When he called me a fat cunt, I instantly looked at the fat around his neck. Think NWA reunion. Before it happened, you needed to do a chin check. Chin check! Oh! See, without King of the Dot's help, this league would not explode. While Premier Battles are putting numbers together. Dominoes, you need to read the signs. No sat-nav when on the road. The Zodiac has circled your whole circle and crossed you, though. Because you got destroyed by Gemini, and now your league's in Shotty horoscope. But Shotty's promoting battles, reinventing the scene. Danik's your match of the day. You're using him to keep up with the Premier League. See, he rolls with a Tommy. Peaky Blinders. But a gun bar should only land if the shell be aimed at Sensa. Being more direct would help you write about Gats better, because an efficient killer carves the victim's name on the bullet. That's half a killing Luca Changretta. Now in the past he said, I sleep with an arm under my pillow. Well, I also do this lots. And every now and again a little bit of my duvet gets kicked off and I stick a fucking leg out if I'm getting a bit hot. You're too old for the streets. You think you'll outdo that boy in the corner? It's blatant that you're dizzy. You're wrong. Tupac claiming it was Biggie. It's the Illmatic cover, because the younger you is fading in the city. You see, nowadays he's washed up. Only time you'll see him with a knife and toaster is if he's trying to remove a piece of bread that got stuck. You see, the real Al's a dad. As friends go, he's the best bloke. He hasn't dropped bodies, but Shox lives on death row. You best know he's John Gotti. Now Al just lets go. No headstones, no cock shotty. For your kid's sake, just be Al, because Shox will bring an end to you. That's John Coffey. See, he dropped the Don't Flop title. Respect BA was lined up and deserving to face Shox, but you're in court all the time. I thought putting up a defence would be circa your day job. Where you're ducking BA, it's like you're standing under a plane during a takeoff, because you won the title and never defended it. That's Conor McGregor with Nurmagomedov. But Gemini called you a biter. You nearly cried. Dry your eyes, mate. Wipe them on your sleeve. How has it come to this? I talk about your action with your personality because it meets. You struggle to keep your writing original, so you pirate material. Oh, it's because you're from the streets. See, 2 years ago, Old English said, if you don't take it down a peg, they're going to hang you out to dry. Then in his last battle, Shox said, to take it down a peg, you're getting hung out to dry. Maybe you miss some battles. Naturally, bars might get coupled in time. The problem is that Old English come with that line in a battle against you. So this time, there's no way you can cover the lie. I hope you're ready to die, because you won't have no life after I lead you to death. So you get it? Let's say rap is coke. You steal lines, fiends in a sesh. You confused one of the 10 crack commandments. You need to refresh, because when Biggie said don't get high on your own supply, he didn't mean use other people's instead. See, I stick to my words like I'm holding up a picket sign. A Holocaust made you hide yours like the wall Anne Frank hid behind. It's like this is Wembley and he's Eddie Hearn. When they dim the lights in the match room, he never throws a punch, he just scripts the fights. See, Psychosis Holocaust was going to punch you, so your verses had a retraction. Against Frankie Fraser, you said, if they do personal bars, then I'll slap them. Well, now I'm starting to think you're not a man who turns his word into actions, because this is the 3rd round of me rapping, and all I've done is personals, and it still don't look like a slap's going to happen. See, it ain't just forced wordplay that I provide you with. It's personals, jokes, timely wit, theatrics with bars combined with it. I fucking hate your style of take the letters A and B and make them realign and switch, add a knife to it, or a crime you did, or going on the run like Ryan Giggs in the semi-final prick. Your style is the reason that UK battle rap was dying quick. Overcomplicated, so the casual fans from 2008 onwards that subscribed have split. This is a shout out to Don't Flop. Before it was kinda big, when we rapped in the subway to 3 fucking people trying to bring life to this. But every battler had his own style, not just generic punchlines that fit any opponent on any day. When this is finished, rewind the vid. You won't find one indirect bar in all 3 verses that you find me spit. Search YouTube, you won't find 3 verses of direct bars in all battles combined of his. So I'm here to help Bruce Willis in Armageddon refusing to get inside the ship. I'm Tom Hanks on some Saving Private Ryan shit. I'm Gerard in Istanbul. I'm Stuart Pearce's penalty in '96. So I'm battling the best of the generation that I have missed, and he's a bar-biting rapist sympathiser selling lines to sniff. Well, I don't think rape's cool, and I'm not selling drugs to any kind of kids. I'm one of the forefathers that birthed the UK battle rap seismic lift. Now it's funny, I've been reborn, and your eyes are open, and now you'll all be glad that I exist. So Hulk, Canel, Terminal, don't hold your fucking heads up high just because you made the flyer list. I say Bobby Rex, Jay Short and Scoop walking around with their heads held high on some high and mighty shit. Well, fuck them, fuck Raptor, fucking undefeated streak the Gemini can bring. Just ask Dialect. You can all hold your heads high till you get inside the ring, then you really have your fucking heads held high when I decapitate you all and leave the empire with your fucking heads held high like this. Yeah!
Talking about the Dialect battle. Against Dialect, you compared your dick to cooked chicken. Facts. Yeah, you called your sister a black bitch and said she could have her wife with meat in the mouth. Yeah. And people actually think without pain you can win this. How the fuck your name begin with sense when you clearly have no sense to begin with? To begin with, being offensive for the sake of it is lame to see. You are 6 cents, I see dead people. All my prey look the same to me. Plus your whole clickbait, this prick ain't what you claim to be. You used to inbox Big J for free, mad info. He couldn't wait to tell us where it was sent from, and then it got me thinking. I bet it was your dumb racist stars that got him to drop the N-bomb. So for that, you fucking came to lose, cunt, pardon my French. You helped build Don't Flop through controversy, then got parked on a bench. If you're gonna stand there today, trying to beat me talking morals, you took the wrong job. You was no sniper sensor. And picking me off from that tower was a long shot. You used to expose people's personal pain for YouTube views. Then they demonetized the vids for crude spitting. Display colourful views on We Collide, a scope will get pressed to your eye for getting the tube twisted. We gotta change the pattern. He knows. How you gonna get at me for saying I let the heat blow? When you'll always be known as the racist, arrogant backstabber that made fun of Reece Jones. That will forever be your legacy. If I was back then, you'd have been fucked if I was here, way before 4th birthday. You'd have had something black from the hood tucked behind your ear. For the crowd, you lie and boast and pander. Talking man to bitch? While I was writing every bar for this battle, I was waiting to see if I'll be diagnosed with cancer. So what? I sold work and I've inflicted pain. But don't stand there and pretend you're the man I provide. I've changed lives. I will never regret who I am. And who I am is a violent man. So watch what you say wrong or get laid out like a prayer mat. Wallahi, for the prophet you're getting prayed on. I'm a carve Don't Flop so deep in your fucking face every time your son looks at you and says, it will remind you where it came from. My brain's gone and my aim long. But I need a break from firing the shit. So I came to finish in the place I did Mitchell in, now the chap retiring in the pit. But before I leave, I'ma knock your legend status down 10 levels with the shit, and alone that lesson should be a blessing for the kid, thinking he was too big for the card, till I compress him from the zip. I'ma press every button to take money off every card like a cash machine. We'll get shaking on stage, tambourine, and go straight to the source. No need to take apart the magazine, I've got the blade and mask from Halloween. I just can't believe that this type of work is something you're only getting now. I'm about to drag your ass through church for thinking you holier than now. Fuck your generic ink getting under skin like tribal bands. My life's a living hell. And lately, I've been trying to find solace in the Bible, fam. It ain't really working. But at least now I understand why I throw so many punches. The devil make work for idle hands. And you lie lie to fans with false preaching, laced in bars. So just know a storm is coming for trying to test my faith with arc. Bark all you want, but I'ma shake your foundations and leave you derelict. You're getting baptized. My team wage holy water, getting dipped. I'ma open a third eye in his mind. It's a blessed gift. Let's see if the maker let him live. You be praying for the end, and death is it. I'm an NHS the kid. There's so many cuts that we struggling with closures like a deficit. You try to play with a squad, and you're getting rattled hard. We fought night after night to build a base in this game and never let a battle pass. So you thought with those bars you'd have me crying. Well, bro's wrong. He just goes on. He's a fossil, fuel his ego. Just remember that gas can only last for so long. Yeah. You're a pathetic cunt. If you tell me as a man you stand tall, you're bluffing. You're more like battle rap's Forrest Gump. Because your run's finally over and it was all for nothing.